Check it out, check it out, check it out. This is Soul Sundays, episode 7 with your hosts Driss, Curtis, Alpha, and Sumie. Yeah. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
You guys feeling good?
Feeling great.
Feel good.
Great.
Super good.
I just want to say to everyone, all the listeners, we are not a sex podcast. We're not a sex podcast. Last week was just a special episode, so none of y'all perverts don't get excited. Yeah. I've been getting a lot of random followers on the Instagram page since then. I swear I've been getting some like weird shit.
Did Cytheria follow you on Instagram? Is that what it was?
That's his dream come true.
Cytheria, if you're listening, please follow me on
I
Instagram.
love that whole conversation,
that was a great
man.
convo.
We got deep.
Yeah.
Figuratively, too.
Yeah.
Full pun intended.
You know, I was going to say I learned a lot about my female friends, but no, I didn't. That's pretty much what they are constantly talking about.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Y'all learned a lot about them. That's great.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
I do.
This is for y'all. For y'all.
All right, so let's talk about the weekend though. We all were together Friday night.
Yep.
Friday was
Turned
fun.
up.
Our friend Seth had a get together, a little costume party,
That shit
pop up
was dope.
shop.
Yeah, it was
But
super
us
dope.
lamos didn't dress up. We should have.
Dude, I told you I should have came in with my James Brown.
Shit, I
Oh,
was.
not
didn't-
James.
No, Rick James.
I'm sorry, James.
I didn't have a problem dressing up, but I just knew nobody else was going to dress up.
I thought we were going to go to the bars after, which I'm happy we didn't. And I'm glad
I
we
did.
stayed.
So how did that turn out?
It was good. I wish I remembered what really happened, but it was good from what I remember. Well, we had a slight incident afterwards. You know, mental health issues with a particular person.
Really?
But I don't want to dig too deep.
Yeah,
It was kind of rough. But outside of that, Friday was a great night. You know, Saturday.
I would like
same
to
old.
comment on how Franklinton is on the rise, bro.
Bro, it's on the rise, bro. I love it out there. I'm like a real artsy fartsy type dude,
Yeah.
so I love being in that environment.
Like
bro.
that vibe was just so cool. Like just seeing a bunch of like-minded individuals together.
Yeah,
I was
man.
kind of happy with getting lost finding the way to the bathroom because then you just ran
Yeah, you
into a
just
bunch of
find
artwork.
everything.
And I was like, oh my
The artwork is
God.
incredible.
Took some alone time.
Can I at least say like this is the first time in years that I've gone out and the DJ
Really?
was playing some dope
Bang, bro,
ass
Yeah.
DJ was
He has
fire.
good throwbacks,
Was,
too.
Tron, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was
yeah.
Tron?
Yeah.
You know what was dope
shit.
about that is
Fire.
and we was talking. I think I was talking to Bashir about it. We were trying to go to the bar that was Rehab. I will shot that.
Yeah.
I'll shot
we
that
did go to
bar.
Rehab.
Yeah,
That
Rehab
bar,
is
that bar
dope.
is cool. But
Yeah.
the other one's not so much. But we tried to vape or leave to head to Rehab, and then the music was so dope. We were like, after this song,
Yeah.
after this
They kept
song,
going
we'll
on
bounce.
and on, though.
Yeah.
I just
He
think
was fire.
he like attracted a good group. I mean, he knew it wasn't
Absolutely.
just one type of music.
That was what was so dope about that group of people. It was just a
But that's what
big
causes for
mix.
that environment. Like that environment, if you go straight to a club, you're going to get those club type of people. There,
Yeah.
you're getting hippies, you're getting art. Like you seen the people who painted that stuff were in there partying with us.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was super dope, man. I
All
loved
right.
it.
Well,
It was super fun.
speaking of
Shout out to
music,
Seth.
speaking of music though, M's verse.
Oh yeah, dude.
Cypher.
Sorry,
Yeah,
we might get a little political. Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nick. Nick.
We're strictly looking at Nick right now.
You already know what I have to say about that shit, bro. That shit was lame.
No, put some more bass in your
Yeah.
voice when you
Say that
speak,
again.
by the
What
way.
was that, bro?
He couldn't say it with enough confidence.
He
That's
couldn't
why.
say, well, if you didn't hear what he said he's not an M fan. Honestly, he thinks M is trash. But I don't know how. I don't know why. But that's neither here nor there. That's his opinion.
That's his freedom of speech, though.
But
Yeah.
speaking of opinion, though, what is your opinion on his verse?
Not gonna lie, I didn't care too much for
I
it.
didn't either.
With you, bro.
I didn't either.
I'm with you, dog. Here's the thing. The message, great.
Great message. It was
the way-
straightforward.
Yeah, it felt like shitty spoken word.
Yes.
Like I was like,
Thank you.
I think
bro.
he was more
That was
just
right. That was a
angry,
nail on
but
the
yeah.
head.
Yeah, and I'm not somebody who's just a big time Eminem fan. I respect him as for being a lyricist. I think he's an incredible
I
lyricist.
agree.
I think he's one of the greatest rappers ever. But I'm not a big time Eminem fan. I don't know how you can be an Eminem fan and say that was spectacular.
What I didn't like, M is known for his wit.
Right.
Like we wait. He ain't dropping no music. He ain't dropping no album. So clearly we're waiting for you on this freestyle, on this cipher. So we need that Eminem. If you're going to mix that political stuff in there, okay, that's cool. But mix that good wit with it, man. He didn't it was no wit.
You know what I noticed? I feel like a lot of white people are more upset about Trump than black people.
Why do you think that is?
It's not something I have an opinion on.
Too,
but
You know what it
something
is?
I noticed.
I've noticed that white people
too.
are like fighting with each other
Yeah.
over him, and it's mad funny.
Like black people are just like,
We
so
like
this is
fuck
it.
them and then just go on about our day.
Yeah, 'cause
They're
we're
like
used to
picket
this.
signs.
We're literally used to this shit. Like,
Yeah, true that.
I think
yeah.
that's what it has to.
And on
do
top of
with
that, our morale is a little bit low because Obama's gone. So it's like, man,
Yeah.
listen, Obama's out. So it's like, we don't give a fuck who's in
I think
there.
there's also just a huge separation between white class as well. So I think that's the kind of
Well,
ongoing battle
that's
that's
the
going
big
on.
issue. Like what people fail to realize is way more of a class issue than it is race. I
Way
think.
more of a class
He tries
issue.
to make it into a race thing because it's easier to divide people that way.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
you start talking about who has shit and who doesn't, Dr.
Yeah.
King talked about that. He was saying, look, like people of all walks of life are getting fucked up or fucked over based off of the rich having everything and not
Yeah,
dispersing
definitely.
that at all. And
Exactly.
Definitely.
that's what it is. And he doesn't want people touching on that. He would rather have it be a race thing. But
Yeah, man, that's how he keeps
To
it.
stick-
That's
to
how he
s-
keeps his momentum.
yeah,
going.
to stick on Eminem's verse, I thought it was cool.
it was.
I
It
love
was
the message.
decent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think if you're going to attack someone like the president, you kind of have to have a lot of
Anger.
force behind it.
I think,
and I don't think he.
I think Eminem, being the person that he is, it would be him to do that. And I'm happy he did it. Like,
But there's
It
been
brings
plenty of
awareness.
celebrities that
my
have.
thing though, M has. This is. Don't take this wrong. That wasn't a white man rapping. M in our world, he's black.
Yeah,
like
he's black.
we've been adopted him,
And
so
he's-
it's not like it's
he's
like
ex-
another.
He's experienced a lot of the things that inner
we
city
did-
black people.
yeah.
have
So
gone
it's like,
through.
it was like another black dude up there
But
rapping to me.
I'll make this point though. I think him talking to his fan base. A lot of his fan base are filled with people who are Trump supporters. So when he said,
See, I
"I'm
didn't
drawing,"
know that.
yeah, well, I'm drawing a line in the sand.
Yeah.
Boom. He's saying you're either with me or you're against me. I personally don't really give a fuck about white people arguing about politics. This is funny to me as an outsider looking in. I think it's funny that you're arguing over an opinion that a rapper had. Because I'm somebody.
Yeah.
We said this before. I don't really give a fuck what a rapper or a
Does,
singer or
yeah,
an actor
does in his free
thinks
time.
politically.
it's not your lane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's not even that. You could talk about it, but my thing is, I'm just listening to your music or I'm just watching your movies. I'm not invested on what you think politically. A lot of other people are not like that.
Well, I don't think you should look up to people like that. I
Well,
think it's
yeah.
fine to take into account what their opinions are, but I don't
Well,
think
I don't
that's-
even care about their opinions. I'm like, I just kind of want your music, dog. Like it's the
Yeah.
whole Jamel Hill thing. Like I'm never gonna go against her speaking her mind. Do whatever you want, whether I agree or don't agree. It's just more like I'm only looking to you to talk about sports, but I will acknowledge that you have a right to speak on whatever you
Yeah.
want to speak about.
Yeah.
I just wanted M to get on a beat and do what he do best.
He was off beat, bro. It didn't.
It
Sound,
wasn't. It was acapella.
Yeah.
Like it was acapella.
It's so
no
awkward listening
beat.
to-
No beat, and just like them long drawn out pauses. I didn't like them, bro.
Did y'all
Yeah.
actually like watch the BET
No.
hip hop? Yeah, I have a
didn't.
Oh
life.
no, I didn't watch.
So
it.
I'm
I
not
only
watching.
watched the ciphers, and
That's
I'm getting
all
on
right.
YouTube for
Yeah,
it.
exactly. I only watch M's. I saw
I haven't
Blacks.
seen nobody else's yet.
He spit?
He was rapping. Yeah, it
Was it good?
was straight. It was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Really?
Yeah,
I heard they had some dope people in there this year, though.
yeah, probably. Oh, hey, all right.
I gotta
So
give him
I
a
was
shout out.
chilling yesterday. It was. I guess I'm kind of going back to what we were talking about, but I guess we're gonna segue a little bit too. So I was standing next to this chick. I don't know who she was, but she smelt like Harvey Weinstein looked.
Oh my! Wait, what? Say that
She
again?
smelled horrible, bro. like, bro, it smelled like
Must.
smelled like smelled like the farmer's market, bro. Like,
Oh my
like,
God.
You tell a chick she's still like the farmer's market,
like,
bro. That's
yeah.
a place.
Well, I didn't say it to her. That'd be rude. But
So you're telling me as soon as you walk by her, you just got your you look like
I don't
Ray
know
Allen?
what it was. I don't know if she Ray Allen face.
Yeah, Ray Allen
it was
face.
Just smug. It was just mugging. But yeah, so we could talk. I guess that's a good way to pivot towards Harvey Weinstein.
So everyone knows who Harvey Weinstein is, right?
Yeah, I don't-
I got
Some
a
of the
brief-
movies.
I got a brief on him.
I just know he's a big, powerful
Well,
guy.
it's like
That's
Pulp
what I know.
Fiction, Gangs of New York.
Ooh, we're
Those
talking
are
about
some-
these
Oh,
are
yeah,
these are
though.
legendary.
Yeah.
Was it
I
Good Will
didn't know
Hunting?
that.
Yeah, that's Harvey
Produced Good Will
Weinstein.
Hunting too. Because I know Ben Affleck got in trouble for some shit too.
Silver Linings Playbook. He was
That's
also
a
But that's
great
my
film.
thing. Just like you were saying earlier with the, this is not your lane and everything. the charges that he's facing, super serious. He needs to, be combated for whatever he did. But what does that do with the film?
Oh, his company's going to shit.
Yeah, I think he's lost a lot of people that work for him.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
But
I guess people just really do attach your art with you.
Yeah.
So, question.
And that's crazy.
So, what? I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so what people came out like accusing him of rape and stuff?
Ashley Judd, Angelina Jolie.
What?
I mean, these are big.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Said it?
And then recently, Ben Affleck came out saying.
No, I
was about to say.
It didn't go the other way. But
Harvey was beating off in front of Ben. Harvey was beating off in front of Batman.
He came out because I think he hit a lot of.
He said in front of Batman.
wrong.
Stupid.
Yo, so what kind of things was he doing in front of these people? Like, did he like?
You have to understand.
Sorry to cut you guys off. The only Batman I acknowledge is Christian Bale.
But the George Clooney Batman was good, though. I'm sorry.
My man.
Yeah,
Val Kilmer, Michael Keaton. Those were classics, though.
No, they were.
Those were classics.
But I'll. What were you saying? I'm sorry, Sumie, to cut you off.
Michael Keaton was fire.
That was fire.
I just watched the Batman Begins. That's the one with the Penguin and Catwoman. That's the best
Batman
one.
Forever.
Batman Forever.
I know my Batman.
That's the best one.
That is a good
That's
one.
That's the best one.
Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito.
God. She was the best Catwoman, bruh.
She's perfect.
She was so perfect.
Bad.
She is perfect.
You know who else is still
DeVito
bad?
was scary as shit in that movie.
J.K. Rowling is still bad. But
Who's that?
Harry Potter? The author?
Harry Potter author.
But anyway,
Chrissy Berkeley.
Yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah.
I was asking
Harvey beating off.
Yeah, what things did he get accused
I mean,
of?
basically, you have to understand, these were when the actresses were up and coming. So when they first were getting their careers launched.
So they got him up and coming.
They did.
Right. See what I did?
He was waiting for that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just a lot of, I think, in order for actresses to progress in their career, they did some sexual favors.
Man, I feel like that stuff goes on all day.
I think it goes on a lot more than...
You know what my problem is that people were complicit with it. Like, they knew that shit was going on, and then all of a sudden, it's the whole Ben Affleck thing. All of a sudden, I can't believe this guy is egregious. These actions are horrible.
It's just about when it gets to the light. Nothing is said until it hits the light.
They knew that they were doing some...
I think it's crazy, though. They put him on the cover of Time, actually.
After?
Yeah,
that's
so
what I was saying.
I was home this weekend, and my grandpa collects a bunch of magazines, but he was literally on the cover of Time.
What type of magazines is your grandpa? Playboy?
None of those Maxim or Playboy magazines.
Yeah, that's the old school right there.
I think my dad might have a few. But apart from it, no, but I think it's just crazy how they glorify. I honestly think it glorifies the person more than, he's getting more publicity than he's gotten. People are now finding out what it is, but no publicity is bad publicity in Hollywood. At this point,
for this nigga, I think
I'd rather have don't even know who I am.
I don't but you know what's so sick and twisted about this is I think me and Driss were talking about this earlier. It's still bad as fuck to come on a chick and say, hey, give me a head or some shit, or I'll give you a movie role. That's horrible. But he was just blocking the doorway and then beating off in front of them and then making them watch. That's just like, dog, what?
My thing is, man, when it comes to details of, if you say, okay, this is rape, this is sexual assault, okay, we know what those charges lie, what's under those branches, but I don't like going into details and stuff because nobody was there.
Yeah.
What are the statutes of limitation on that?
They say it was like what, the 80s?
Yeah.
Some of them are recent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they hooked a wire onto some chick in New York, and then he said some off the wall shit, and that's how they
well,
caught him.
because it's an unfolding story, and I mean, recently he tried to sue the New York Times
for why?
Harvey Weinstein for
defaming.
Was it defaming character or something?
Defamation. Yeah,
something.
No,
like
dog. He admitted to it low key. So my thing is like, look, he's in rehab now. Yeah. You need
rehab for what?
For a sex addict?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
But they only go through that stuff to please the public.
Yeah, dog,
listen, I'm getting help. Like, listen, you like this. What is he, like 60?
I'm reading something about it. I'm reading something right now. I guess he like forced some chick to let him eat her out. How does that?
See, that's some weird shit.
You have to understand, though, I feel like back then, actresses would be okay. It's more unacceptable now.
It ain't even. Well,
it's more unacceptable now, but I feel like back then they would do anything to launch their career.
Well, and I was telling you this. There was about 5 or 6 gatekeepers that you could go to, just like in music.
Yep.
There was a certain amount of execs, and then in order to get on,
labels.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. You had in order to get on, you had to impress that person, and whatever you had to do to get on. Now a days. There's a bunch of places you can go.
You got so many platforms and outlets
to put your music out or your movies out. So now it's just like
people making movies off of iPhones.
Exactly.
Like, you don't need to go to
great quality
Warner Brothers studio.
Exactly. You don't have to do that anymore. So now these people are just
that's what makes it so fascinating if they still doing that till this day.
That's why they're saying we're not putting up with it no more. Why would you? Why do you have to put up with that shit when I have another platform I could use to get my film out?
Exactly.
But I kind of wanted to talk because we do have Sumie here. Like, is sexual harassment like prevalent in the workplace? Like, I don't.
It is, but you have to understand. I think people loosely put out the term like sexual harassment because there are people that willingly do something and then have a regret and they file sexual harassment. That's not sexual harassment. That's you making a poor decision.
Okay. I never thought about
that's what I'm saying.
Because there are people, I mean, being in HR, I'll say this. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you have to be careful about. And I think we're becoming more accepting as a culture, but we're also becoming a little hypersensitive.
So
I think
playing devil's advocate, couldn't you say that they were coerced into making that?
So I think so. I think when you don't have, like you guys explained, not having outlets, but at the end of the day, your morals are your morals. If you're willing to go that far to launch your career, that's your choice.
Yeah, look, if Will Smith is willing to suck some dick to get on.
Is that
man, do you remember that one movie he did where he was like getting hammered?
Yeah, it was his first major movie. Film. He was playing a gay character. Shout out to Jaden.
But I want to touch on that real quick. For example, like what will fall under sexual harassment? Like you said, poor decisions. So like if you mess with a dude, everybody knows, they know y'all dating. But then, like you said, if she's like, "Oh, I don't like this anymore. This happened." Was that just a poor decision?
Wait, what do you mean? You mean like if she was willing at first?
Yeah.
No, that's not sexual harassment. That is called a poor decision.
Okay.
Sexual harassment is when you initially are not comfortable with what's happening, with the actions. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't like it." I mean, think about it. You're either allowing it to happen, knowing that it's wrong, and you have a sense of guilt, and then when you've committed, you're like, you know what, I'm going to step back. That's not sexual harassment.
It's so the lines when it's he said, she said. I don't want to be the type of person who sounds like a rape apologist at all. Don't get me wrong.
Shove off something.
It's just like if you're not there, I don't know.
Exactly.
I mean, but think about, not to talk more, but think about like something like the NFL. You know how many girls throw themselves at football players and corner them. You know what I mean? I just think there's two sides to everything. I mean, unless you're a true rapist, is when somebody is not okay with what's happening from the initial contact, point of contact.
It gets blurry. That's a blurry line because she could change her mind in a heartbeat and be like, I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this.
That's what makes that.
Then you have to back off. That's what I'm saying. Then you immediately. But I don't think that gives you claims to file sexual harassment. Then now, if they kept going,
absolutely,
that's completely different.
But again, that goes back to
sexual harassment, even in an office.
That's what I said. It goes back to details.
It does. Well, even sexual harassment is something as simple as he made a comment about my outfit at work.
See, that's where I get annoyed.
Exactly.
And don't get me wrong. I don't think you should go up to random women and be like, "Damn, your ass looks fat in that outfit." Obviously not. No, you shouldn't do that. But if somebody does do that, I don't think that's sexual harassment. I think that
some people just creepy though.
I think that dude's a creep.
That's just creepy.
I just think he's a creep.
But you know what sucks though? I feel like. I mean, I don't know what Harvey Weinstein. I know he's fucked. But when it comes to other guys in like sexual harassment cases and like rape, that girls are so like quick to like use that term, and it fucks up.
It's scary, bro. And my thing is, I know close personal friends who have been accused of doing some shit when they didn't do anything at all. She was just fucked up and she regretted it. I had a former roommate, like who you guys know him, but. Not well. He doesn't live in the state anymore.
Okay.
But you know what I'm talking about. Well, yeah. He was fucking this chick. The door was open, so people were walking past while he was fucking her.
Oh.
And apparently she had a boyfriend. She cheated on her boyfriend. Her boyfriend found out about her fucking another guy.
She went to
so
guilt.
she was guilty. And for me, that's like, come on. And if we would have...
I feel like you need to be charged for something like that.
Do you remember, though, even the whole incident at OU? The girl right outside of the ATM.
Oh, I saw that.
Wait, what happened with that?
I don't remember that.
She claimed
all right,
rape?
we have two people who went to OU, and we need. Do you guys
remember what happened at the end? What was the end result?
I mean, the story. Your head. I need you to come over here and say some shit.
Well, just to recap, the story was they were outside of an ATM, and the man was going down on her, and there were videos and pictures
at the ATM
outside on.
I remember this video.
Right, and
it was like right by Chase,
and you could clearly tell from the camera angles, from the pictures that were taken, she was enjoying it. She was very willingly open to doing it. She noticed people around her, but she was so black out.
She just got put on blast,
Yeah.
But then she filed rape, correct?
Yeah.
What?
She filed rape, and
is that because the video came out?
Yeah.
I think it's because she was exposed, and so her backfall was rape.
Damn,
and I think you just look back at
it's like.
Can you imagine
your reputation is gone if you do something like that?
Trying to take money out and you just see a girl getting eaten out and you're just like, wow, that's great. Literally,
just walking by.
I need cash to get into this bar because it's cash only. she's having the time of her life.
I feel like you will see something like that at a crazy enough event.
Yeah, no, you've seen shit like that.
That shit happens all the time.
That's when it becomes a slippery slope. You just never, like, again, I don't want to sound like a rape apologist. I'm not in any way, shape, or form. Like, I think rape is one of the most disgusting things that a person can do.
I'm just saying with the society, we're
it.
progressing towards being more accepting, but we're also getting very hypersensitive. I really think that. I think everything's becoming
too
like
sensitive. I agree on that.
Oh, you're homophobic, or oh, you don't. No,
it's like if I make a gay joke, I'm making a gay joke because it's just funny at that moment.
Yeah.
I love gay
some people gonna find it funny,
cool.
some people not, and the people who are not, they would try to crucify you.
You know, and I have a bigger problem with somebody who isn't gay scolding me about gay culture.
Exactly.
Like, it's like, first off, we have personal friends who are gay. I'd rather listen to them, and if they find it offensive, then all right, yeah, I'm gonna check myself. I'm not gonna do that anymore.
That's the thing, man. That's the whole thing that ties into that group thinking thing. Everybody just wants to be a part of something,
right?
So if they feel like that thing is getting attacked, they want to jump in.
Yeah,
I agree, absolutely. And I think as just even being group of friends, like you just have to understand if there's a topic I'm not going to talk to you about because we have to just agree to disagree.
Yeah,
I think that's maturity.
Yeah,
I think that's maturity.
That is mature.
Damn, but back to Harvey beating off in front of chicks.
Like I said, I don't know too much about the dude.
Sumie knows a little bit more than I do. I heard he would block the door, right? Pull out his meat, all 2 inches, and just go to town. In front of Gwyneth Paltrow was one of the people.
She was one of them that came out too. I mean, these are big time actresses that are coming out.
But that's what I'm saying. Power hungry people like that, bro. They probably. Man, he probably done got away with something like that
Absolutely.
a million times.
But what's crazy is it's not Mia Khalifa we're talking about who's just trying to get action.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, I heard she's got a show coming out on Complex with Gilbert Arenas. I'm gonna check that out.
Gilbert Arenas, where the fuck he been,
bro? I heard he's funny on Instagram.
Is he?
What's it? No Chill Gil. I think it's his Instagram. Actually, well, I don't really care to shout him out, but
I'm
I guess
on the
I just
surface
did.
level of porn. I'm not as deep as you guys. So.
I guess I just did. Yeah, Nick's hopping on the mic right now. Please tell us more.
Nick's gonna jump in the porn conversation.
Tell us more about No Chill Gil. What's up with him? And do you know a little bit about this Complex?
Just
thing,
a little bit. I've seen a few videos. The funniest one I seen was he was hanging out with Swaggy P.
Yeah.
And he was hanging out with his son, and he was playing like, I don't know, basketball or something. And he's just shitting on his son, bro. And he was just being
that seems like Gilbert Arenas.
He was being a dick about it, bro. He would like tell him like the little dude to sit down. He'd push him down, and like it was just.
If I had a child, I feel like I'd do the same thing. I don't know. If I had a daughter or a son, I'd like treat him the same.
But yeah, I heard he's mad clowning.
Yeah, nah. So back to Harvey. I'm kind of. It's just so fucking crazy to me that this dude. It's you're beating off in front of these girls. I mean, like you're not asking for head. You're asking to eat them out. Like, and he's got a wife.
It just doesn't surprise.
Did she leave him? I heard something.
She left.
It's funny because Bill Cosby's wife stood by him for a while.
That's Black Love.
Hell yeah. Shit, Bill Cosby was paid.
OJ should have stayed.
That's Huxtable money right there.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's Huxtable money.
And they're starting to play the Cosby Show on TV again.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's back.
Oh, I didn't know
back.
that.
Good. I love that show. I could separate
I think
the person.
they just try to shit on that man.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, he blind. He got no eyes. He's 106 years old, bro. Leave him alone, bro.
This nigga's about to croak in like 2 years. Man. Like, I get it. He's a shit person.
But my thing is, that stuff it's Hollywood, bro. That stuff don't surprise me.
I just think that kind of stuff, there's always some side of it that we're never going to find out about, never going to see, never going to know. I just think there's a lot of people out there that are willing to put so much. Yeah. They're willing to do a lot more for their career, I think, than we realize.
It's like that Kevin Hart thing, bro.
Yeah. The people will. It's so crazy to me how people will do anything in order to get a little bit of fame. That's wild to me. Like,
but then when they get it, they go crazy.
Yeah. Oh, of course. And
that's not human,
again,
bro.
There's no way on earth I would ever defend the gargoyle that is Harvey Weinstein. But
why is it the gargoyle?
Vocabulary.
Why is the gargoyle?
Yo, my vocabulary's gotten great.
Gargoyle is not that.
Remember when you kept saying drury instead of dreary?
I know. I'm telling you. Yo, I fit. Yeah,
Drury.
whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah,
There you go.
I wish Bashir was here. I think he got a little too fucked up last night.
Oh yeah, we lost Bashir last night. You want to
Bashir.
just tell him Bashir was MIA?
Yeah, so
not here.
Bashir will usually be here. He just I don't know where the fuck he's at.
He's gone.
He's here in spirit.
Yeah,
He's fired. I'm just joking.
yeah.
But,
Nah.
Are we still talking about Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah. My bad. Just had to
yeah.
leave for a bit. Let's pivot. Let's talk about some fun shit.
So we probably should have talked about this before Harvey Weinstein. We see it like from M's verse because it was more political.
Oh yeah.
But Richard Mathews.
I don't know anything about this.
I don't know anything, but I just heard that
He quit. He quit.
This was Bashir's topic.
Did he quit?
This was Bashir's topic.
Did he quit?
No, he
Motherfucker
said
with a topic and not here.
he said he would
Interesting.
quit if he had to stand for the national. If he was forced to stand for the national anthem. He quit.
Okay, yeah, I got a little. I remember. I know a little bit about him.
I know nothing about.
He was
this
the one
in
who
any way, shape, or
basically
form.
saying like he was they all gonna stay in the locker room or something like that for the national anthem. Yeah,
I have no clue.
man, that. I guess you get desensitized once you hear so much about
Do we care
things,
about
bro.
Richard? Do we care about this?
I don't care.
This
If
is
you
more
don't
so
care-
Bashir's
I just think
topic.
he's just
I don't
another
give a
piece
fuck
of the
about this.
puzzle of
But
the
the
whole
thing is,
national
bro, it's just
anthem.
another. I mean, I'm not trying to downplay their message, but it's just another football
Realistically,
player talking
what I
about
think
kneeling.
about it, I'm just like, if you don't care about your job that much, then go for it, bro.
Yeah.
Quit.
I would say you should probably look out for your family.
I mean, there's always going to be things in your job
I'm
that
on
you
both
wish
sides,
you
though.
weren't.
I'm on both sides.
I'm on the side of I just don't care. If you want to stand. If you want to kneel.
Shit,
That's
there's
your
other
But
ways
you're
to-
a man, and you have a family, but
Yeah.
you're also you're a man.
Look at it. Look at it
individually,
this
too.
way, though. Everybody who works doesn't like some aspect of their job.
True.
You can
Hell
quit
yeah.
one company and go to another. You can't just quit the NFL and
I
jump
do-
on
I do
another
have-
team.
I will say this.
That's
You'll be
not how
playing
it
in
will
an
say
works.
this,
arena
though.
somewhere.
I will say this. I got a huge problem with the president of the United States telling private companies what they should be doing with their employees. Like that's
Yeah.
my biggest problem,
Yeah.
if anything.
Yeah.
But if you're talking
But
about
that's what I'm
kneeling,
saying. I don't even. That stuff is tiring to me, bro. Like,
it's getting
why are
it-
people so surprised at what Trump does?
It's stupid.
He's a fucking TV host.
You know what?
Like,
Yeah, bro,
nothing
I just don't
surprises
care
me,
What's
bro.
so sad though
and-
is like how when I'm so interested when his presidency is done, hopefully not another term, but just how he gets back into the whole Hollywood.
he's not.
How that's going to
Bro,
happen
here's
because he's burned so many
you wanna
bridges.
know what my theory was? I genuinely thought he was running to pivot towards Trump TV, like to pivot towards a network.
Exactly.
You know what? I think he was thinking that.
Yeah, I don't think he really wanted this shit.
I think he's
and that was too.
I think he's still thinking that.
You know what's
this
funny?
is the
Yeah.
best
I still-
publicity he
Bro,
will
you know what's
ever
funny?
have in his life.
You know what's funny about this? We don't know. I don't know
We
what the
don't
fuck
know.
is in this guy's head.
Exactly.
He's erratic.
I still
And
think of
that's
that
what makes me
meme.
care less.
Yeah.
And the
Like,
scary thing is
honestly.
now this man knows all the world secrets, everything.
The
fucking
codes.
time. Yes.
Hell yeah,
He's
the
in
code,
charge,
yeah,
bro.
the codes.
I know the nuclear codes.
Exactly.
Yeah, dog.
They are the best codes.
You
what
guys
I'm saying,
also
bro.
need to just respect Alec Baldwin. The way he's playing
Oh,
Trump
yeah.
in SNL these
don't
past
watch
few
SNL.
I
seasons.
haven't watched SNL.
SNL's the
Oh
shit,
my
bro.
God.
Like, if you
Last
want a quick
SNL I
life-
watched was Dave Chappelle's
Yeah.
special.
Oh,
That shit
that
was
was
funny.
a
That was
nigga
super
named
funny.
Negan.
But anyways, to wrap up the Richard Mathews thing,
Yeah.
there's other ways to protest, man. Like keep your job, bro. You got to feed your family if you want to protest.
Yeah, why don't
Do
they
it-
do
do it
stuff
out-
outside? Not to
Well,
stay on it.
yeah.
Why don't they do stuff outside?
Well, some of them do.
Yeah.
Malcolm Jenkins does a lot of things outside of
But I can understand because the eye in the sky is on them at that moment.
at that moment,
So
and they want to make the biggest message. That's cool.
Yeah.
Look, I'm saying I just don't give a fuck.
we
anymore.
can't relate. So it's
I
like,
just don't
shit,
give a
I'm
fuck
watching you
anymore.
on TV. You making millions of dollars. I'm going to work at 5 a.m.
Exactly.
I can't relate.
Like
bro.
I'm saying, like there's other ways to protest. If you
Yeah.
want to protest another way, take the knee during 2K.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
take the knee during 2K.
Wear a shirt over your jersey or something, man.
Yeah. But
let's talk about some fun things for once.
let's
I
talk
don't-
about music, bro. We're talking.
Always
music.
brings
We are a
people
music
together.
podcast. Look, hey, I know last week we got pretty
Oh, yeah.
much-
We're a
X-rated
society and culture
Yeah.
podcast. That's
Sure,
the genre
sure,
that we fall
sure,
under.
But we really love fucking music.
We
And
do.
we do like
do.
sex.
We try to
Last
spread.
episode was crazy. though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We try to spread the love with music, but
We tried
We
to
touch
spread
on
the love
everything.
last week too.
We spread a lot of love last week.
Yeah, we-
lots of
We
love
probably
juice.
made a lot of babies last week, man. For real, for real.
Yo, shit.
People like, oh, like this. Oh, I didn't know about Red Sox and all that. I'm like,
The
oh,
Red Sox
man.
is shit.
Yep.
Pink sock.
Pink sock.
Pink sock.
That's why I was like, Red Sox.
I'm like, okay.
Cassie's
Pink
face
sock.
just cringed.
Yeah.
But so we actually have a music artist for the week.
J fucking Prime.
I'm gonna sit back and let y'all school me on this one.
Oh yeah, she's phenomenal. I did not figure out where the fuck she was from. My bad, I forgot.
To be
This
honest,
man and his
I'm
research.
sorry.
to be honest though, like even when we were doing research on J Prime, we did like YouTube searches. There was only like one music video from her. So she's pretty new. She's pretty fresh in the game.
But
Did you find out what inspires her? What were some of her?
I haven't seen any interviews.
I will say
or
this:
anything.
the Facing. I think the name of the project is called Facing.
Because I don't know nothing about her. I don't want you to straight compare her, but who is she comparable to?
I don't.
She has that clean, like
got a-
R&B type, just
Yeah,
very
like
mellow.
mainstream,
No.
almost.
Yeah. Well,
It still sounds
what's your what do you consider
Mainstream right
mainstream
now.
R&B? Mainstream R&B. Was that be like Janae
That'd be
Aiko?
Janae-
Yeah,
or,
that's mainstream.
Like Tinashe right now is more like a mainstream.
That's mainstream,
She's
yeah.
more raw than that.
Kaylani, Connie.
Did I say
Kaylani's a little bit
underground?
more under. Yeah.
Did I
I
say
think a lot of people
underground?
know about it.
I
I
think
would say
she's more
underground
raw
for-
than that. Like
Who? Kaylani?
no,
J
Prime.
J Prime.
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay.
But her voice is super dope. If you are a stoner, you will like this project.
Absolutely.
Yo, for real. Like it's like a stoner's anthem.
What kind of voice she got? Is it high, low, raspy?
It's,
I love a woman's voice, bro. So I'll be like,
it's not raspy, but it's a little lower. But it's not. It's a.
I'm
It's got a
trying to
sexy
think
tone
of
to
a-
it. It's dope.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a way to explain
Is it like a heavy voice? Like, you know what I mean by heavy?
Yeah, some
just
heavy,
like there's
yeah.
a
like soulful.
No,
Yeah,
it's
like-
not.
Yeah.
It's not Wendy Williams heavy. It's more. It's like.
We're not talking about men here.
Is she really, bro?
She has a very interesting
50
body
Cent been
figure.
going so hard on her, bro. Oh
You know
my
what?
god!
If I
he
were
been
to
going so
explain
hard on
her, she's like a more urban version of like a Erykah Badu. Like she has that type of voice, but she's.
Erica is pretty urban though.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like she's more like I don't know. How to Erykah Badu is more like knowledge based. Like I don't know. She's not like the type of music that she like. Her category of music, like you got to be in a certain type of
Vibe
to listen to her.
Sure.
But like,
Yeah.
But no, her project was
How old
phenomenal.
is she? Is she younger, older?
I'm looking at her from the video. She probably looked like she was in her mid-20s.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? A lot of these up and coming, girl singers are like 18 to 21. That's like their
Yeah, it's crazy, and they're talking.
I
They're
feel
talking
old as
that
fuck.
talk. They're talking that talk in their music, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you're a little too young to be talking that way.
And you just
but-
never know
But I
where
feel like
the
that's we're saying that because I feel like we were talking like that
Yeah.
too. It's just we didn't have a beat behind us. You feel me? Like-
That's real. And look, and that kind of leads into this
no,
discussion.
actually, before we get into that discussion though, let's talk about some of her songs though. Like she has
tell
some
me
dope
some.
ass songs on
Can you
there.
pull up her track list?
Yeah.
Because I'm terrible at remembering the names of songs. I just know the actual, not lyrics,
My favorite song off of there was Lemonade.
but super duper
Yeah,
lemon.
Super
Yeah.
Duper
That one was a
Lemonade.
good one. That one
Lemonade
was
was
a
hard.
good one.
There was a song before that, right before that was dope.
She
It was
does.
Smoke that. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
She does have one of those
What's the name
albums
of
though that you roll the windows down and just cruise control.
Is Nick,
That's
by the
kind
way.
of what I would.
That was a song that reminded me of Erykah Badu the most. Was that song?
What's it called?
I forgot. Driss is pulling it up right now.
Okay. Because that song is phenomenal. Sorry, we don't do research here, apparently. Yeah,
It feels better to just
we're going on a
freestyle.
whim. Fuck it. We're freestyling. We're drinking
That's how
wine.
music is,
We're
though.
drinking wine, you know what I'm
Yeah, we
saying?
keep
More
Like,
wine. And everybody
Kicking
brought a
back.
bottle.
We're hella cozy.
Oh
We're
yeah, we
hella
wind
cozy.
up. If y'all can see the kitchen right now, we wind up.
Yeah, we're
Cassie
hella
also
cozy.
brought us
Cellar.
some treats. She got us some chips and salsa and
Oh,
some
yeah.
meat
Oh
trays.
yeah, we
You know what I'm
lit.
saying? We're having wine night after this. I
We
don't think
lit.
y'all understand, bro. Curtis right now knows a shitload about wine.
I'm a wine head.
Yeah.
I'm a wine.
I feel like I'm about to be a wine connoisseur by the end of
Next
the month.
episode, we'll talk about beer and wine.
Ooh.
We'll do a beer and wine.
We gotta get into alcohol.
All right, there we
go.
go. I finally found it. Friend and Me. Is that
Friend
the
of me.
song?
Yeah,
Yes.
she sampled Toy Story.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to play just
No.
something?
We're not allowed to
play.
shit.
They're not gonna
get
check.
snatched.
Oh,
I
damn.
won't. Yeah.
Sorry, you gotta go.
We
do,
can
you gotta
promote
go
her, but
check
we
out.
can't.
We could promote her. We could talk about all the I can't wait to talk about Brent Fires next week. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
Yo,
All
Hey,
right,
by the
guys.
way, just Brent Fias for next week. You know, we're talking about the type of music you'd want to have sex to. Brent
That's
Fias.
smooth.
Sumie, that's last week. You should have said that last week.
I know I didn't
Well,
think
the
about
album didn't
it.
drop
Sure,
until
sure.
the album didn't drop until yesterday.
Well, I mean,
But the one before.
she said
yeah.
this before the album.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we'll
Yeah.
we'll talk about him next week.
Yeah.
But
he's dope.
Yo, by the way, Brent Fires, if you ever hear this, please follow me back.
whichever one, Cytheria or Brent Fias.
Shit, both.
Yo, Cytheria, that's the squirter, right?
That's a squirter.
Okay, that was last week. But
Yeah.
Yo, hey, this leads. Can we pivot
now? We can get to the stuff. This is what I like.
Now we get into the baby making
topic,
music.
right?
Yeah, this is mine. This is mine.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
okay.
Because we are all R&B heads here, but
ask the question that you asked us.
Here.
So, all right, do you feel like we are in an R&B renaissance, or do you feel like we're just exposed to a lot more music? So that's why we're just
exposed. Exposed.
You think we're exposed?
I think we're exposed.
Okay, one at a time. We'll start with Sumie.
You guys. I just feel like we're exposed because some of the research we do about some of the singers that we're more into, you look back and they were out in 2013, 2011.
Okay. That's a
they were out
point.
Then. And I don't think I hear them more on the radio. I don't think I hear them anymore. I don't even listen only if I physically go to, whether it's Spotify or iTunes and I type in their name. They're not on the top charts. Like they're not there.
Okay. So how do you feel?
My thing is, I don't feel like we ever went into a renaissance because, listen, I'm a super R&B head. I've been listening to R&B since I was probably like 14. I've been getting clowned for like Chris Brown was R&B back in the day.
That was my shit back.
But that's what I'm saying.
Isn't it funny how we were getting clowned for listening to R&B? And now it's like.
But the thing is, bro, R&B has always been around, but it's always going to be outshined by rap because it's so much rap. But the R&B is still. I feel like it's golden right now.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that. I think we are in it. I agree with your point that a lot of the artists we find, sometimes the song or album might be a couple years old or 2-3 years old, but think of some of the people that are coming out now that are just making waves, man. We touched on Brent. Brent's gonna be here
technology,
for a
bro.
I almost say it's like R&B and indie. That's more big now. It's like a combination.
It's called Napalm coined this
something.
term.
Because
it's new age soul. That's what she said.
New age
soul. Speaking of Napalm, she drops a project October 20th. Y'all.
Yeah. Oh, also, Shameless comes out November
5th. Shameless. No, but I feel like when you think R&B, okay, to me personally, R&B back then is different than R&B now. R&B back then, I'm thinking like Jagged Edge or Mint Condition or Blackstreet.
Yeah, they were a little bit more like with the guideline though.
Right, just more.
I feel like they were a little bit more strict back then.
Again, piggybacking off of what you're saying. Yeah. I think the writing is so much better now. I think, than it was 20 years ago.
You know why I think that is? Yeah. Because if you paid attention back then, you had your R&B artists, you had your rap artists. But then you got people like the Drakes and everybody who started crossbreeding.
Blending. I think blending.
Music so everybody felt like. So now the rappers are writing for R&B. So that's why the R&B sounds so crazy.
Belly, who just dropped the project.
Where are these lyrics coming from? But that's because the rappers are writing it now.
Belly, who just dropped the project, which I think it's pretty solid. I haven't heard
Belly's
it.
great in concert.
Belly is.
Oh, did you see him?
Yeah.
Speak on him.
I always think of Might Be with The Weeknd.
He's actually been in the game for a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If you read back on him, but he was sweet in concert. He's got a lot of energy, bro. He sweats. He's a big man up there, bro. Like
I love people who put it all out on the stage.
With Belly, he wrote for Beyonce. That's what I'm saying. To your point, yes, he did, and he's signed to The Weeknd. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Belly's been in the game for a while.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying Curtis's point. You do have a lot of rappers writing for R&B artists.
That's why the lyrics are getting better.
Yeah, and I think that's why, SZA, we were talking. SZA, she sings like a rapper.
Bro, she's surrounded by true rappers.
I mean, more and more rappers are doing like hooks of their own now. Like, I mean, it's just more rappers a thing now.
More rappers are, bro. This is really like the first time in a long, since in hip hop, more rappers are becoming melodic.
Yeah.
Rappers are not used to be melodic, bro. It was just boom bap, rap. Hey, now it's like they want to flow a little bit. And
you're like surprised at how some of them can sing. Yeah. And you're like, you have a singing voice.
You know what's crazy?
That's why Fetty Wap blew up so much. He was the
him
first
in
real
concert
one
singing
to
was.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. T-Pain kind of
originated.
But
T-Pain was more a little bit R&B than rap.
And Jay tried to end his career, bro.
He started rapping.
Jay-Z tried to end his career too because of that.
Exactly.
And now everything.
I feel like he kind of did.
He jumps on here and there. He'll get on the track.
It wasn't the same after Def Jam.
Jay-Z didn't end auto-tune. I feel like he just kind of shitted on him.
He ended T-Pain's career, low-key.
I'm just going back to what Curtis said, though. I agree. I think we were following more of, a strict genre that people would stick to. But I feel like now music is so blended. It's hard for me to tell people what I listen to. More so I highlight the artist that I'm on. So I'm not sitting here saying I listen to R&B or rap. I'm like, have you heard,
This was my first thing that popped in my head when you said it. My biggest thing too is, all right, because we 90, we was all born in the 90s, but we still millennial babies. Right. But the golden age of hip hop was we could say the 90s.
Yeah. I think that's
but the 90s, they were sampling from 80s, 70s, 60s. Yeah. But right now, we're starting to sample from the 90s.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why our music sounds so fucking good.
Yeah, and what's funny is that those same people are probably pissed at the fact that we're sampling older records.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
You don't know what this is? Like, no,
I feel like sometimes I'll play a song for my dad and he'll be like, wait, what is this? Is this a remix? And I'm like, no, it's not a remix, but it's a sample. They pick up on it, and it's crazy because I agree with you.
Because I agree with the 90s stuff. The 90s music, fire. Like, I love all 90s music, all videos. So now if we sampling them, the new wave.
So you guys are, what are you guys' sides on? Like, what are you guys' sides on?
I'm saying we're in a renaissance.
I'm saying we're exposed more.
I'm saying we're perfect.
So I
love where R&B is at right now.
Take on this.
So obviously we kind of talked about this before. Like Alpha brought it up. I think due to streaming and all these resources, like all these ways for artists to get out, it's that much easier for people to just like get on and be heard. So they don't need like the gatekeepers of the industry to let them in. So that's why we're hearing them. Like the Brent Fayez, we wouldn't hear this dude like 10 years ago. No, not at all. Even Tyler, the Creator, he only had one song ever to be put on the radio.
Well, fuck the radio.
He's inspired by him.
Yeah. But like radio was like how you got on. Like if you were on the radio back then, that's how you know that you were on.
Yeah.
But now that's not the case.
Shit, even just like we were saying earlier, just getting signed by a label
was a big deal.
Now we don't chase labels. Labels chase them.
Everybody wants to be independent now.
Well, even though there are so many streaming devices out there,
that's what I'm saying.
Technically,
bro,
not
back
really
in like I remember 50 Cent was talking about it. Like, bro, they would have to kick down doors, like be there every day, breathing down their neck. Sign me.
Right.
Now it'd be that one artist who drops something crazy, and you got Rockefeller. You got everybody chasing you.
That was back when
bro.
they put their mixtape on a cassette tape. Bro.
That's what I'm saying.
You had to give
I had a cassette.
Me too. Everybody, I think everybody in this room did.
My Walkman is over.
Hell yeah.
I had one.
That shit was anti-skip.
Hell yeah.
All you need is a dope. All you need is a dope
fucked up every
sound.
once in a while. You would have to screw that bitch back up. You remember? You have to
for real.
I remember the CD players.
All you need,
kids will never
all you
know,
need
man.
is a dope SoundCloud
Hell
page.
yeah.
If you have a dope SoundCloud page and you have one song, it takes one song at this moment to blow up.
Sadly, it can be something stupid.
But I mean, well, look at Post Malone's career. Literally, one song took. Yeah,
well, it took him. It took him to a place where now I think Post Malone is just a musician in general.
I agree. I don't think
people give him his just due.
I think he's just very melodic, and he has an ear for music.
Rockstar.
And
he
has a lot of great.
I haven't
samples.
listened to a lot of them, but off his first couple mixtapes, I already knew. Like, oh yeah, he's a musician.
He's doing it for real.
Yeah, like so. For me, I genuinely do. When I think of people like Hiatus Coyote, when I think of people like Brent and Sonder, and you think about, we touched on Jay. Like, yes, part of it is we're just exposed to a lot more music, but for me, it's just like these people are ridiculously talented.
You know what I'm going to say though? On in your case, I do agree that a lot more R&B singers are getting more shine than rappers these days,
and they should. I think because I think R&B is better.
More?
When I say more shine, it's just like they're getting
more shine than what they used to.
Yeah, and I'm hearing more like even when I get on Hot New Hip Hop these days. Yeah, that's a site that's usually for rappers. I'm seeing a lot more R&B people that should not be there.
Yeah,
you're right.
I mean, I don't get on Hot New Hip Hop anymore, but. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Alpha.
Oh, no, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
Again, we're not going back to it.
I love the stage that we in, bro, with R&B, man. I feel like everybody's dope right now. Yeah. It's almost too much to take in. Like, well, it is like an exposed thing. It's almost too much to take in.
When we're talking about, if I'm going to a concert, I'd rather go to a rap concert. Yeah. But if we're talking about what I'm genuinely listening to, dog, it baffles me how people can listen to like rap all the time. And
that's the funny part about me. Like, I'm so R&B throughout the week.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to some, I'm listening to ASAP.
Absolutely.
I'm listening to something that I'm about to mosh to.
If it's Friday, Saturday,
it's so 50-50.
Oh yeah. If it's Friday, Saturday night, enough with the fucking eclectic. All the like nice type of smooth sounding. Look, I need you to talk about, you know what I'm saying, some dope shit. Yeah, I want to hear you talking about the trap.
Because here's the thing, you spend all week working, and when it's the weekend, you don't care to hear
you
something
want
that's
just
nostalgic, right? You want something that's
rap that's like what's the term? I'm common type of rap. There's a specific term and I cannot think of it right now. Common rap is you know.
Are you thinking about rap or trap?
Conscious rap.
Okay.
I'm thinking about I lost the term for a second, but
conscious rap ain't even on the radio anymore.
I don't even think rap is as much as trap is, because there's a lot of people that don't understand the difference between rap and trap music. Because there is a huge difference.
That's a culture.
But there's trap music.
But I feel like trap is a lifestyle, but I feel like trap music has
it could be its own genre.
Yeah.
I think so.
No, I'm saying it's a lifestyle, and people rap about that lifestyle.
And then you got, like you said, rap and then trap music.
I think they're very different, and I think there's a lot of people that don't differentiate the two.
They don't know how. They just don't know how.
Exactly. They don't. What is this Uzi or whatever? I don't think he's rap. I feel like he's more trap.
You know, he's more like emo.
We talked about
he is on his feelings.
First of all, I love Uzi. I bump Uzi literally probably 2-3 times a week.
We talked about more emo. We talked about blurring lines. That is
Uzi is one of them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're in the. That's what I loved about the stage that we're in. We're so into blurring back then. It was like, what is you? R&B. Okay, you go this way. You go this way.
Music is so much more blended.
Just like, we a melting pot.
Even with the whole R&B thing, though, like electro and R&B are fusing together.
They are, and that's the best type.
That might be the best type of music.
Yeah, I agree.
I think what helped with that too was EDM. Like EDM really cross blended a lot,
and it made it.
I give it more credit now, though. Exactly. I do. I like to. I mean, because now it has, like what you said, merging with
you know
R&B.
what's crazy? I'm also hearing a lot more music, like hip hop, R&B from like overseas.
Oh yeah, like London. London cracking
Alpha
right now.
Australia, bro.
Yo, I don't love British rap.
Kidding.
Absolutely. Hey, yo, look, if you're from Great Britain, if you're from
Great Britain,
enough with the fucking.
We'll do an entire segment with our accents. Cassie will join.
Wait. You gotta love the concept of other people coming over here and making a career, though.
Well, we had a segment about
that's America.
That's
America.
I'm just saying sonically.
I'm just saying, like,
I don't like
more
the way
and more
they rap.
music and R&B and in general, people are coming over here. And
I think just European music.
We hear more
we were
culture
talking
in the
about
voice now.
The music R&B wise, we touched on this in a previous episode, but London, the music out of the artists like Tom Misch, fucking Georgia Smith, Ray Black. Yo, come on, man. There's some ridiculously.
I don't like. I'm not gonna say I don't like London, but nothing interests me over there.
Europe in general.
Europe. I'm just
everybody's like
Seth will play a couple of songs. I'm like, oh, I like that. But then I hear them like, oh, Joe. I hear they voices. I'm like, no.
But you know, there's a different like European music versus like actual like cultural.
But you know how like everybody takes that like Europe trip and like, oh my god, going to Europe. And I'm like, oh, that's dope. It's mad cloudy over there. You can go to Seattle and have the same experience.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really care to go to Europe.
Actually, I do want to go to London just one time.
I heard their food is terrible.
We could go to London, Driss, and we could meet one of your.
I heard their food is terrible. I'm not going nowhere.
Actually, I heard Indian food in London is the best. So I would, there's a lot of.
I heard that they eat fucking beans and shit for breakfast. Like,
I would go to the south of France because the south of France just looks beautiful. Or
I love to go to France.
What's the shit?
I love to go around the islands more, like the Caribbean, Jamaica.
I'm on that vibe.
That's more.
I need to see black people, man.
I need that spicy food. I need the island type.
Yeah,
I feel like
I heard London is like heavy with black culture though.
Yeah, well, South London.
Really?
Yeah, they that's where the hip hop comes from. Unfortunately, I don't want to hear you niggas.
But that's what I hear from all like when I watch like little docus or vlogs and stuff. Yeah, little vlogs and stuff. They be saying like there's rappers are so much more appreciated out there because they don't get the music in abundance as we do. Like they get a little bit at a time, so when they get it, they really soaking it in. Versus us, we like, who is this? Fuck him.
But I also feel like nothing over there is censored. That's why everything is even more raw than.
Are you talking about London still?
Yeah,
just anything European vibes. I just feel like in general. I mean, you think about European shows; they are so raunchy. They don't hold back from anything that they show on TV.
I'm sorry, I'm not shitting on. It just looks so boring over there.
It does.
It's gloomy.
It just looks boring.
Their entertainment is dope, though. I'm not gonna lie. I love watching British
do too.
I don't
TV
even
shows.
like watching their shows. They gonna hate me. I love y'all, but
Pitchforks.
Hey, I will say
into none of that.
the accent there is incredible. I don't know what it is about the London accent. You don't like the accent?
Bro.
I like the accent.
Yo,
I'm sorry, bro.
The only thing I
I'm
don't like is the
shitting on
whole
them.
gap tooth trend. That I can't
Is that a
do.
trend?
Is that a trend?
So the London look
I
was
can't-
actually like a thing.
I think it aren't. I mean, no
You seen
offense,
the
aren't
Maybelline
British
commercial?
people known to not have the best teeth? Isn't that the thing?
Yeah,
they don't
Isn't
believe
that
in
the thing they
braces.
play on? I mean, Family Guy does it all the time. They always touch on bad
right.
teeth.
Yeah, they be shitting on people from London.
A little bit on the R&B again, I guess. But like, what do you guys like a female voice way more than you like a male voice?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yes.
See, here's, okay.
Goddamn right,
Yes.
I do.
Here's the thing.
Brent Fires is an exception.
Well, no, but there's
no, I
sometimes
take that
I don't
back.
know.
I
Yeah,
lied.
you don't know. You don't
I
know.
lied.
No, I think I like a
let's-
male's voice, but I think a female's voice has to be exceptional.
She has to be.
I think
yeah.
it has to be clean.
This is
and
the thing. I think is that like it's the perspective of what I'm hearing. Like a male's usually singing about a girl, you know,
Yeah.
and a girl's usually singing about a
Sometimes
dude. So
it's-
it makes me feel
If
a
it's
certain type of
R&B,
way.
Yeah.
Like
We
when
talking
a
about
girl,
straight R&B?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes,
that's what
but I
I'm
like hearing that other perspective.
saying.
and
right.
it's
I
like,
do. I
yeah.
do too. But I like hearing like a good male singer singing. About
I
it.
almost feel
when
like
it comes to a male, I think you gotta have lyrics.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I'm saying.
Because
Yeah,
I think
girls
a girl,
kinda
it's
do.
all about the voice
Yeah.
more,
It's all
and I
about the
think with
voice.
men, it's more of that what
you're
out
thinking.
sonically what you
Yeah.
hear, because those are the kind of sounds that you want to hear. Versus a female, you're more like, oh, you know, that's
I'm
pretty.
just-
And it's
into her
about, that's what I
voice,
said.
yeah.
Everything
It's
boils
pretty.
down to lyrics, because when a girl does say something that you're not used to a female saying on a track, it grabs you more versus a dude. A
That's
dude
what I'm
gonna talk crazy no matter what.
And to touch on the R&B renaissance, that's what I'm saying. The lyrics now from R&B artists are dope.
They're
Crazy.
You
You got
guys
it.
rappers.
To,
You got
to
rappers.
answer your question, I think for us to be more exposed to it, there has to be some sort of movement or renaissance in place. So I agree. I think
Yeah.
I think they go hand in hand.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
But I
Yeah,
also
can take that.
I can
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
but I also do just feel like
Okay.
it,
So
since the past 10
This
years
is gonna be a
we've-
big time hot take. I'm gonna say it, and I know I might catch some flack. I think I might like the music right now more than '90s R&B, and
I don't even think you can compare them.
You
I
know what?
almost just
that might be a big.
I think I can agree.
I
I agree.
might
I
like
think
the
I agree.
R&B
I think
music
I can
now
agree.
because of the infusion, because we get a little bit of electro type of shit into the R&B.
But-
Like,
It just gives
I mean, that's
like
bro,
it
but
more.
honestly, that's like about 40% of it. The other 60, we're living in it.
That's-
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I feel
90s,
like the
like I
stuff we
said,
heard about back
90s?
then.
yeah.
Our parents was like our age when that shit was going on,
Yeah.
so they
Sure.
really got the lift. See, right now
Yeah.
we're going to concerts,
Those-
we're listening to music, we're
And you
downloading
relate
albums.
more to the lyrics now that we've experienced. We're
Exactly.
all over 21
And
for
it's
sure.
current.
You know what I
It's
mean?
Exactly.
So you relate to
So
it
it means
more.
a lot
Again,
more.
Exactly.
I will
It's
always love
more.
90s R&B. That's what turned me into an R&B head. But
We can actually fall in love with a song or album right now.
Yeah.
Versus back then, it was just like, this album is dope.
yeah,
Yeah.
And you
leave
really
it at
had
that.
I also
nothing. It
don't
just
feel like-
sound good. Now
Yeah.
we can actually relate.
when you live through it.
I
it's
also
so
feel
much
like
better.
nowadays I enjoy sharing music with friends more,
Oh,
whereas back
yeah.
then I just like
That is
everybody
definitely-
knew I
that
was
is like
talking
my
about.
favorite
Have you
hobby,
noticed,
bro.
Have
Like-
you
Yeah.
noticed, like when we
That's
when we
technology.
find new music, you're just like, yo, I gotta find a new song because I feel like, or a new artist.
I gotta
or something.
keep up with.
Yeah, I gotta keep up with everybody. Like
Yep.
I'm
But
slipping.
I almost feel like you got to have a hub for that, like a hub of friends to tell you. Because, you know, back then,
Mm-hmm.
like everybody heard that one track because that's the
Exactly.
only outlet that they
And that
had.
got annoying.
Everybody went to the same websites.
Yeah,
Everybody,
that's what I'm saying.
But I would be
Yeah.
livid living in the 90s because of the fact that I can't go out and find new music because everybody's going to hear it on the radio. Like
Yeah,
we have so many
yeah.
different outlets to find new music now. And that's why I'm saying, like, one week I'll find a project, Driss will find a project, Curtis will find a project, Nick will find a project, Sumie will find a project. And it's like I'm exposed to so much more music. So it goes to what you guys are saying.
I get excited
Am I-
sending you those screenshots.
Yeah,
of
like,
music.
I look, I'm like, oh, dope project. I got to send it to everybody.
Because the music means more to you because of how you grew up.
And that's
and
why.
it's individually too. Like it might not mean as much to me as it do to you.
Yeah.
Those words, those lyrics, the way that hits, that
Hits
melody,
different.
it means a lot more to you than it does to me. That's why my thing is like I love soaking in new projects, but I think I'm a little older with the listening process. Like I really soak in. I can't just.
Curtis is an old soul.
I am. I can't
Oh,
just jump
we
into
all
an
are, I
album
feel
and be
like.
like, oh yeah, this is. I sit with albums literally for like 3 months.
I can see that.
Play over, and then I'm like, all right, now I want to give somebody else a chance. That's just how I am. That's just how I am.
Oh, my fault. Sorry to cut you off, Nate.
I think music comes with the season too. Like when you're like,
bro, you hit that on the head. Yeah. It definitely
when
does.
you're into some project and it reminds me of summer, then I'll play it the next summer and it'll feel the same way.
Very nostalgic.
Switch over to rap a little bit. Dom Kennedy synonymous with summer.
I was literally about to say
synonymous,
that, bro.
Synonymous with summer.
Get Home Safely. That's a winter album.
I mean, but I feel like Calvin Harris is a very summer vibe
project,
too.
That Calvin Harris project, one of my favorite albums of the summer.
That's very nostalgic.
That's sitting by the pool, chilling with your friends with a beer.
Harris.
You know what I'm saying? Listening to Calvin Harris. Preferably Columbus IPA. That's a shout out. Please cut the check.
That's funny.
But I
agree, bro.
Dog, and that's pretty much what I'm saying.
That's what makes people like, I don't want to say legends, but that's what makes them like stamps in hip hop. Because everybody can remember when Lil Wayne had 07, 08, 09.
Right,
he had it in the bag. Everybody can remember when
all the Carters came out.
Everybody can remember when that came out.
Wayne's run.
That's what I'm saying.
We talk about how he, from 04 to 09, had the most dominant run in rap history.
Wayne, the game was his.
Yeah.
I don't know if we will ever see. I say Drake has had the longest run.
Yeah.
Drake had a run.
Wayne had the most.
He's still on it.
I mean, think about when we were waiting for the next Carter to come out.
I love Drake.
I'll say this. I will say that Kendrick might have taken over now, but Drake's run
for on the Kendrick wave. No,
I'm just saying.
I'm on the ASAP wave.
I'm just saying, like, biggest artists out there right now.
He's got
it might
yeah, that's fun,
if Kendrick hasn't taken over yet.
Yeah.
He is right on Drake's heel. But I'll say from 09 to about 2016, Drake had that run.
What happened to my nigga Cole, man?
Cole, he's still there, but he's just always in the background.
Cole took an L. I think Cole taking the L.
So I think when it comes to the Lil Wayne thing, I swear, bro, like,
I loved Born
you
Sinner.
can see that niggas are still on his shit because, like, he'll get so many dislikes, bro. Like, everybody's hating
say it
on
again.
him.
I'm sorry.
I'm saying, when it comes to Lil Wayne, niggas haven't forgot. I think he still has this, like, he still got that
Wayne.
Yeah, I just don't
niggas don't fuck with him, but they're so quick to hate. You can
Wayne
count the number of haters that you have and still count those as
ever since he got out of jail, bro. He's just been this like it's just lame punchlines.
Whatever
to me,
it is.
bro.
So you don't fuck with Wayne now?
Yeah, I don't fuck with Wayne now.
Okay.
Yeah, like Dedication 1, 2, 3, all that. Man, Carter 1, 2, 3, all.
I was about to say you can't.
Staples in my heart.
He's got
he had the most dominant run in hip hop.
I'm excited for whenever this next Carter is going to come out.
Really, I'm not.
I'm not looking forward to it.
I go to sleep.
I'm not.
I'm not looking forward to it. I don't know if
he's
it's
never
gonna
released a
live up
whack Carter.
He don't even got the stop.
That's a great
like, bro,
point, though.
even Wayne had the swag back then. Like, I'm cool with the skater style and all that, but I ain't relatable to that.
Can we go back?
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Wayne too, like I don't think his album's gonna be that good because I think we kind of like
because he sucks. That's why.
I just think that hip hop is different. Like we're not on that punchline shit no more.
That's the thing. The Superman
we're very
flow.
melodic right now. I think Melodies is taking over,
and that's why I said Travis Scott.
I think he's waited so long to release a project that will be with the times.
Yeah, his music is just gonna blend in with the other young niggas.
Yeah,
and he curated that sound right now, like the Young Thugs and all that bullshit. Like he made it sound like.
But that's also what makes me mad because all right, Wayne ain't as old as Jay and Nas and them. He's still an elite. So his music should still be able to stand out to where like that's Wayne.
Does that kind of go back to?
He don't got that.
I almost think he should have just ended at his prime.
Does that kind of go back to Eminem though? Because Eminem people deep throat Eminem.
Yeah,
no, they do. Like and they're like no, I mean they do though. Like and if we're talking about what was Eminem's last dope project?
The one before Rehab, or was it after Rehab?
So 05.
I don't know.
06.
But I think they also hold them to different standards.
M was popping when him and 50 was going back to back.
Yeah,
that's the last time I really fucked with
M hasn't dropped a phenomenal project in a while either. So if we're gonna shit on Wayne, shouldn't we hold M to the same standard? Like we don't shit on M. Like if you shit on M,
it's not even that I don't shit on M.
Yeah.
It's just M ain't as visible as Wayne.
Exactly. That's true.
He's not putting out as much music.
I mean, you're hearing more about his private, like, was epilepsy now that he's.
Okay.
the seizures and everything.
Out there, you know how many verses this man's released in his career, bro? Like,
and that's why they're all in the fucking trash can.
Yeah,
right now, right now. He overexposed himself.
I don't like Wayne. Right?
Hey, do you know what it is?
Also, not to cut you off, but that was a good topic, bro. That overexposing stuff, I feel like that stuff is dying. Like, it was a format to like flood the market with your music and you'll win.
Right.
But now that shit is going back. It's going reverse.
Look,
sit up,
But that's
put
like
out
Future.
just enough.
We were talking about Future releases a new
Future about to
song.
start slowing down. Future's smart. He gonna start slowing down with his shit. Cause he like, all right, a lot of people getting tired of me.
Yeah, I'll say this, but that's what's dope about like a Frank Ocean. I guess we come back to R&B because
Frank Ocean. That's my nigga.
He's very
mystic.
mystic.
That's The Weeknd too. The Weeknd. I'm not even. Whoa!
Hey, hold
on. Let me get this point out. Let me get this point out real quick. Let me get this point out real quick.
Fuck The Weeknd, bro.
I'm never taking you to
Hold up. I want to get this point out real quick, and we're gonna talk about why you guys hate The Weeknd.
Fuck The Weeknd.
I'm about to shit on you both.
I want to get this point out. The dope thing about The Weeknd is he's got a mystique. He's got an aura to him, to where he's like, I don't do interviews.
Not anymore, though.
He doesn't do interviews.
I think he's just.
There's
I
something
think he
weird.
had a mystique, bro. Like when he first came out.
Thank you, sir.
But you know what? I like that about artists. Though
he was
when they do
ghostly
that,
when he first came out.
Yeah, he was.
He would
very,
come in
very
and
mystic.
then be missed and he'd be
But
gone.
I think he's keeping his relevancy up, though.
That's what I don't like.
I
liked it when he was ducked off.
But to be
Remember
fair,
those
have you
mixtape covers back in the day, the House of Balloons?
You didn't know what he
the glass table?
Now he's shoving his face on everything. My girlfriend is Ariana. I'm kissing her on this. I'm kissing her.
Selena.
Selena.
Hey, I'll say this though.
Pop artists.
The thing is though, with those types of artists, when they have a certain mystique, when you want it. But you want it. I'm not talking about him specifically. I'm saying when you have that mystique, people run to your music faster because like, oh shit, that's the whole Frank effect. I don't think Frank's last album was that great.
What?
Blonde? You didn't like Blonde?
Hold on. Stop it, bro. We gotta wrap it up.
Blonde was worth the wait.
Blonde was worth the wait. You gotta wrap it up.
Nigga,
Here's
what?
the thing. First off, do we compare projects to like
Channel Orange to Blonde?
Okay, because if we're doing that, Channel Orange took
I think Blonde was just
enough.
I think Blonde is ahead of its time.
I agree.
I think Blonde is ahead of its time.
You guys think Blonde is better than Channel Orange?
Yes. I do.
Yeah, you know what? At the same time, like, no, hey, it's laughable to you right now, but
Fire,
at the same time,
crazy?
Yo, Channel Orange is not even his best project. His best project is Nostalgia Orange, like Nostalgia Ultra.
Strawberry Swing.
Bro, that's what put him on.
Bro, Blonde
that's great that it put him on. I'm saying Channel Orange is his best project. Channel Orange, I don't think had a bad song on it.
Yeah, neither did.
I think Nostalgia Ultra was him in his rare form, like him and just like him and just coming up, you know, like,
I think
and
Blonde
then Channel Orange was his sophomore project.
Blonde
so
to make me fucking cry.
Blonde was his like.
Blonde was just so intellectually intriguing.
Can I ask this question?
He didn't waste a bar.
Every single person here says Blonde is better than Channel Orange.
I'm not even going to say it's better. I just think it was worth the wait.
Let's not be pussy about it. Hold on. Let's not be pussy about this.
I'm gonna be 100% real. You cannot put any of Frank Ocean's songs, like all of his music, can be put in one album, bro. I swear to God, it's all the same shit. You can put all the shit on shuffle, bro.
Hold on. I just asked all of you guys not to be pussy about this. Blonde or Channel Orange?
I'm saying Blonde.
I think they're standalones.
Stop.
I don't think you can. No, I personally.
Pick a fucking project.
I'm not going to. I think they're standalones. I think they don't not. They don't.
Curtis.
I don't think they need to be compared.
Blonde or Channel Orange?
I'm 30% on when she's saying 70% Blonde.
You guys are fucking high.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna fight you on. I think they are both standalones. I don't think.
Wait. It's a mood that you got to listen to it too,
Holy shit! I've listened to it enough. I don't know.
Blonde is Frank's mature age. Blonde is like no. I think Blonde is so intriguing.
Blonde is fire.
Even Nike's music video was just so the glitter and the body.
Bro, Monks is one. I'm sorry, bro. Like I could even go song by song now. I'm thinking about it. Like Channel Orange, really. Okay. Yeah.
Fine. You guys love Blonde more.
I'm not saying that.
Thinking About You, low key was one of Frank's worst songs. Yes.
I didn't like that song. I didn't like that song. I like Bad Religion.
No, that song, like,
it's not that I didn't like it. It just didn't catch me.
It It's one of his most.
It was very mundane compared to everything else. I don't think it's very mundane.
It showcases his voice the
Blonde
best.
is so nostalgic, bro. Like I know for a fact 5 years from now when I listen to it again, I know exactly where I heard it. Yep. Where I finished the last track. I know exactly.
I remember
where
when we heard it. We were in the car ride back home from Chicago, and I said then, not feeling it. A year later, not feeling it as much as it's not a bad. It's not a bad album. It's not a bad album. I'm not saying it's a bad album. I'm saying it doesn't even pale in comparison to Channel.
I just don't think you can compare the two. Not because one is better.
I just the time where in high school I told you Cushion OJ it was whack when I first heard it.
You were whack for saying that,
right? And I heard. I mean, it took me a couple weeks, and then I came back.
You know what though? It's like
I'm sorry, Driss.
I was just gonna say like Blonde is kind of like wine, bro. The longer you keep listening
that was
to
the best comparison I've ever
it's
heard,
like wine, bro.
Bro.
The longer you listen to it, bro, it gets better and better and better.
I just feel like Blonde. I didn't even need like a little. You didn't need that like
every single
2
time I
second
listened to the album all the way through, I had a new favorite song.
Thank you, bro.
That's because every
shit
song
is like
on that
wine,
album,
nigga.
I still when Ivy comes on, I still just I can't skip any of the songs.
Every song on that album makes you feel some type of way.
Yes,
and it's
bro.
a different type of way, and it
evokes a certain emotion.
Are there 2 different albums?
The Blonde 1 and Blonde 2, version 1 and version 2.
There's the dirty blonde and then there's the blonde.
Like, did you guys get like the Windows 13? I have the Windows 98 or some shit. Like, this is. I'm not here.
Bro, that Blonde is fire.
I do want to talk about this.
That shit is like wine.
I want to talk about this though because The Weeknd. You guys said you don't fuck with The Weeknd.
I don't fuck with The Weeknd now.
Okay, I need to. Okay, other than the fact that he's not mysterious.
Now let's ask why you don't. Why?
I'm getting heated. Think about it right now, bro.
All right, we're gonna start recording.
All his songs to me have become pop. Like I feel like he's trying to please more of a pop crowd versus back then. It was a little bit more. I like a little bit more emo.
Okay, wait. Can I go off that? I actually think the absolute opposite. I think anything he's put on, he adds the emo to it. I think he puts his own style onto anything he's featured in. That's how I feel.
Intentionally.
There are some songs that I'm like, it's fine. And then all of a sudden The Weeknd features and I'm like, that right there, that line that he said, that change in the music that came when The Weeknd came, that made it his song. I don't even remember who sang the song. I just remember.
You don't like that or you do?
I do. That's why I think the complete opposite. It's funny because what you said, I think complete opposite. I almost feel like he made it his own.
It's like he's trying to put corny emo. Like it's the emo that he knows middle mainstream America will attach to versus when he was he don't give a fuck. He was drugged out, so he like shit. I'm saying whatever the hell I need to say. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking.
He says it.
He got rid of the bird on his head. That's what happened.
But the thing is, bro, when you date, when you're in bed with Selena Gomez, whoever it is, you just drew a line in the sand for yourself.
But
naturally,
what's the bar and reminder where he says, "I just made a kid's song."
Right.
Off of talking
That's
about
what I was about to just say, bro.
Yeah. I Can't Feel My Face song is him saying,
and
I was watching the Hills music video.
It's a fire concept. I don't like it.
I agree with you though.
He was calling him out.
To Nick's point, he just said he won a Teen Choice Award for talking about not feeling from being coked out of his mind.
Yeah. I love the concept. I just didn't like the melodics. I didn't care for his lyrics. But he was
calling him out at the same time.
Absolutely.
Like he was calling him out
wholeheartedly. I think The Weeknd.
I think he's going to stay relevant for a long. I think he's smart about how he's relevant.
Bro, that shit'll make you go into a cave, nigga.
But you don't think he still has that in him? You don't think he's going to come back again?
No.
I think he does.
Once niggas touch that money, they not going back, bruh. And when they do go back, they've been gone so long, they got rust all over their wheels. Just like Wayne. Just like Wayne.
Wayne
went back. Wayne went to jail. He thought he was going to come out and shut some shit down, and he's trash.
What's your opinion on The Weeknd, Driss?
I hated him more for a personal reason.
Driss did not like him because he did a remake to Dirty Diana. That is what he's trying to say.
You
That's
don't do
why.
that, bro. You don't.
He kind of did good, bro.
He did.
Bodied that.
I'm just saying.
He kind of did good.
I agree.
He put it on a
agree.
mixtape, bro. That's ignorant. I'm sorry. You cannot.
It is ignorant. I agree.
If you put that shit on a.
I think if anyone was gonna, I'm just gonna say, if anyone was going to do a Michael Jackson remake, I think The Weeknd's voice is.
Chris Brown should have done it.
No, I don't think. No.
I think Weeknd got a way better voice.
Vocally, Chris Brown, you're not going to compare the two.
I'd rather see a concert. I'm not vocally.
Vocally, you're not going to.
Please don't.
I'm saying, but still, God damn it. God damn.
I'm just gonna say,
Chris,
vocally, you cannot.
I will say this. I will
compare them.
never. I'm not gonna. Again, we separate talent from artists. As a talent, Chris Brown might be one of the 3 most talented people in Hollywood.
I agree.
Oh, he is.
It's him, Jamie Foxx, Childish Gambino. To me.
I agree.
Those are the 3 most talented people.
Jamie Foxx on Jimmy Fallon was all those.
Can I add
those
one
were
in
some
there?
good fire.
Those are the 3 most talented people in Hollywood.
That's a good list.
Entertainment.
That's a good list to me. That's a good list,
Chance the
bro.
Rapper. I mean,
I don't like Chance. Sorry.
You don't like Chance?
I
Why
don't
don't
like
you like
Chance
Chance?
since acid rap.
Yeah, I'm
Because
on the same boat.
Because you know what
I
it is.
agree.
Once you
Yo.
let Kanye West touch anything that you have, Kanye is like a goo.
Yeah.
He takes over.
Yeah, I mean, he took all those tracks off of Kanye's last album. He
That's
took
what I'm
from
saying. You
Chance
start
the
to
Rapper.
sound like Kanye, and I don't like that. I love Kanye.
But
he's
he
too
made
strong,
the tracks
bro.
for Kanye, though.
He's
a
too
lot
strong,
of those, a lot of
bro.
those songs are for Kanye.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this though. I mean, Chance, yeah, he's talented, but like he's not even close in comparison to Jamie
Childish.
Foxx.
I mean,
Hell,
Gambino's
he's
a
nowhere.
writer for
He's
Community.
Childish
He's
Gambino. Oh,
Atlanta.
You're asking why I'm saying Childish is one of the most talented people.
I agree.
Chance
he
is really only
he
big
is
because
talented,
of his,
but I don't think
who he's touching.
I don't think it's a stretch to say Chance is
I think
on
it is
the
a stretch.
level as
He's not as talented.
Childish is
No,
a-
that's what I'm saying.
Talent
Childish
to me
is
is
a writer.
well-rounded.
Chance is only
That's-
big because of who he's around and what he does in his community.
And he's just a nice guy.
He's young.
He's
too.
a-
I mean, he's
Oh,
so
we got to
young.
he's super young.
because I've heard people say that he's a
No.
dick.
no,
I've
he's
heard-
good.
I've heard people say that he's a
cool
dick.
guy.
Okay,
don't know
we're
nothing
not
about-
gonna.
I don't know
Okay, by the way,
anything
we're
about
not gonna
Chance the
get
Rapper,
into
I'm just
other
saying.
celebrities or
But I'm just
nicer
saying,
because
Chance is
no, I don't
talented
know.
as
Some
fuck.
people
I
got
don't
good
know.
days, people got
Yeah.
bad.
And my thing
You're
is like,
gonna
you don't
meet
know-
somebody
you
who
don't know
came off
who's
of from
nice and
doing
who's not.
Yeah.
a show and
I'm like, bro,
coming
sign my balls. They're like, fuck you.
Yeah, I have heard people say that he's an ass, but I've heard people say that he's
he's
nice
cool.
as fuck.
He's-
You give $1 million to an elementary school or whatever, Chicago public
if
school.
you
gotta
go
be
to
some type of-
Bonnaroo,
You're
if you go to
nice.
Bonnaroo every year and you're in the
You're kinda
crowd
nice.
every year with the people and like partying and like living the life, like you're a dope artist.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to be on.
But talent is different than being like an
showcase.
artist. Like talent is someone who's well-rounded. So
Yeah,
like,
that's
why I
so
say-
Gambino is well-rounded because he.
No one knows Chance makes all his own beats. No one knows
Does he?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He produced for Kanye's last album. That's what no one knows, bro. He's talent, bro. He's got
All right,
talent.
but all right? So who do you find better, Cole or Chance?
Right now or just
It depends on what. Like,
Overall.
it depends on like how
I
you
think
look at it.
Cole.
As a lyricist,
Chance.
yeah, but at the
Chance-
same
Have you
time,
seen
like, I'm
Chance
not going
live?
to a
Chance
Cole
live is
concert.
because I've
Hey,
seen
hold
J.
on.
Cole live
Hold
and
on,
I've
guys.
seen Chance
Yeah,
live.
Cole will put
I've
you to
seen
sleep
both live,
I ain't
yeah.
gonna lie.
I've seen both live. Chance Rapper so much like
He is
liver.
Well, I would never see J. Cole live in
But the
concert.
message of Cole is a little bit more stronger than Chance's.
No,
though.
but Chance live is so intriguing
I think
because
it
he
is.
like when Chance put out
No,
his
I
new
don't know.
music,
Okay.
nobody heard
Chance
of.
is a
Quick
lot
question.
of gospel shit.
I got a
in
quick
his
question for
music.
I got a quick question for everybody.
Yeah.
I got a quick question for everybody. Do you guys like his Jesus album or do you like acid rap more?
Acid rap.
Acid rap.
Acid
Thank
rap.
you. Because
Acid
I do
rap.
not. I'm sorry. I do not want to
That's
hear
what
the
I'm
word
saying.
of
Coloring
God
book.
every time I listen.
But that's
to
what
rap.
I'm saying. That Jesus stuff, I'm not saying this didn't come from him, but a lot of that influence is from fucking Kanye, bro.
But no. I got another
Yeah.
quick question. How much is that?
A lot of people
How much-
influence
how
themselves
much
from
is
Kanye.
Chance-
that's what I'm
You
saying.
can't-
But once Kanye actually gets in the studio with you, you can hear it. Like, oh, this is Kanye.
Quick question.
I
though.
don't like that, bro. He takes over, man.
How much? How much is
This is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Chance Rapper produced a lot of Kanye's beats
all
on
right,
his
let
live.
me
That's
ask-
why
let me
you're
ask
saying
the
that.
goddamn
That's why
question.
you're-
yeah,
guys.
I
All
feel
right, quick
you.
question. How much is Chance? Is Chance doing the whole Jesus thing to appease to a larger audience?
I feel like he- I feel like
is
he's being
it
corny.
Or is that just him?
I think
'Cause
it's just
I
funny
don't think
because
it's
if you
him.
think about the lyrics back from Acid Rap, he was talking about stealing purses and shit.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, like,
he was on some ratchet shit.
I feel like
on
I'd
Acid
rather
Rap.
hear that. I'd go back to listening to
love
that.
I love
I
Acid
love
Rap. That's my
Acid
shit.
Rap was
I
so
love
good.
both, but he
Maybe he grew up.
grew up and he got a lot of better equipment. You gotta think Acid Rap. He didn't have a lot.
But I think he was better when he didn't have a lot
Well, that's
because he
fine.
worked
That's fine.
against
You
so
can-
many other elements.
Everybody's first projects like that are developed.
Yeah, well,
because
yeah.
they made them straight out their mom's kitchen.
Right.
They had nothing else
Cul-de-sac,
to do.
Gambino's cul-de-sac
I
was
think
so
he
good.
wanted to
Gambino,
put
yeah,
a lot
that shit
more
was
Cul-de-sac
fire.
real
was so
instruments
good.
in
That
his
shit was
first
fire.
project.
That shit was fire.
I'm about to change, not to change topics. We're going to continue talking about Chance, but Bashir just texted me saying he's on the way.
It's a rap, buddy.
It's a rap. He's
We
like-
love you, man, but
he
it's
just
a
texted
rap.
me. He's like, "What's the code, G?" Like,
Yo, just tell
we're
that
almost
nigga.
done.
Yo, the dog. You might
He
as
had a
well
walk
stay
of
home.
shame.
Yeah,
Walk of
he's
shame.
so-
Walk of
so-
shame.
Dog,
He's
stay
so-
home.
Drive of shame, walk of shame.
But
Oh, he's got to get his car.
At least
so
he
he
can
has
get
to
the
come back
wine.
here.
But Chance, yeah, he's talented. I feel like he's one fuck up away in the media from just
Can I
being
no.
like,
Can I say
Well,
something
no,
though?
no.
I'm going to
Yeah, go
agree
ahead.
with Nick that when Gambino came out with because of the internet.
I agree.
And then when we saw him perform, and then when we saw, so he performed with Juicy J when I saw him live. Then when I saw Chance perform, Chance put out more new music that no one heard about, but he intrigued the audience. But Chance, or that was Chance, but Gambino did not do that. Gambino was rapping up on stage and everyone was staring at him.
Hold on, I know we're hearing music. I'm sorry, Driss. I really have to ask this question.
I want to piggyback off of what Driss
yeah, sorry, listeners. We're gonna keep going. Look, when it comes to Chance, he's one fuck up away.
Yeah, I think
he's setting himself up for that.
But that's what I'm saying.
He's putting himself into this whole I'm a good God-fearing man.
Yeah.
If he does some shit, if he does some wild shit, it's gonna be catastrophic.
I agree.
You feel me? And
he's basically like, this is a wild comparison. He's like the Lonzo Ball of rap, bro. Like literally. Lonzo Ball have a fuck ups. If he sucks this season, it's over for him, bro. Like, cause his dad.
When you're on a pedestal that high, it's a bigger fall.
And it ties into everything that you said, including you saying he's not that he's not that solidified in the game. Yeah. He's doing a lot of community work, but not a lot of talent. So if you get chewed up some way somehow, you're done.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of talent.
He's got a lot of talent, but it's not. He's not a stamp, bro.
Yeah. He's easier to go off someone's radar. I think
that's what I'm saying.
He's easier to go. Do not know. Have you been to a concert?
No.
I have.
I'm talking about for everybody in a whole, bro.
I'm not even a fest. I'm talking about an actual Chance concert.
Hold on. Tell me why Driss is trying to rap for like the last 2 minutes, and niggas like, yo, fuck your music, dog.
Wait, actually, though, if we're gonna end, this is one of the segments we'll probably want everyone's opinion on, and you guys have seen the email, so you guys make sure you put in your opinions on it because this is a big one. We'll do polls. What a
great convo.
Tell fucking
that was awesome.
Fucking crazy is for not liking Blonde.
Really fucking
this dude is crazy.
And you fuck ups for not liking The Weeknd.
I don't like The Weeknd.
Okay, wait. These are the two polls we want to take: Blonde or Channel Orange. Even though I don't think they can compare. And do you like The Weeknd or do you not? I really feel like those are the two.
Except for like Friday through Sunday, you know what I'm saying? But but realistically, like I'm gonna go back to what Sumie said. If you have questions, feel free to email us at soulsundays.podcast@gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
While you're at it, follow us on Instagram. I mean, you can on Facebook. I feel like no one really gets on Facebook. Actually, a lot of people get on Facebook, but y'all don't follow back for some reason, even though I send those invites like crazy. So fuck y'all niggas.
Cytheria, please follow Driss.
Yeah, Cytheria, Brent Fires, please follow me. That'd be awesome. And
hey,
we're gonna go drink more wine.
Look, and everybody have a great Sunday.
Driss didn't mean those comments.
Definitely keep them vibes. Keep them vibes.
I definitely meant those comments, niggas. I'm just joking. I love y'all and have a blessed Sunday.
Okay, Chance.
Why?